Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about next week's weather, because we already have one system in the west. There could be two more before the start of the first full week of 2021. So let's get into it. Right now I am on the National Weather Service page. Other than the system in the west, we don't have much going on. But before I continue, make sure to hit that like, comment down below, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss another in-depth weather video. But let's move on to the models. This is where things get interesting. So, NAM 3-kilometer model. So, here is this newest low pressure system. Alright, so it moves onshore, brings some snow and some rain to the west coast and into the Rockies. Low pressure now moves into the plains. Some snow in the northern tier. Pretty light snow. Not much there. Very low on this snow intensity levels here. Now, it does draw up a little bit of Gulf moisture. Not much, but just enough for something to be there. And then you can see it kind of moves into Canada and strengthens just a little bit. But then you have this next system that moves onto the coast. Now, let's go to the global models and talk more about these next systems. So, here's the GFS. We're going to come back over here. Alright, so, you can see here, we have this little system that comes through, pretty much similar to the NAM, maybe a little bit more snow in the northeast. Then you have that next low pressure moves in, brings some snow to the Rockies, especially the southern Rockies, which haven't seen much. Then, it moves into the plains, brings significant icing potential here to Iowa, as well as some sleet here, some heavy snowfall, and then that moves into Canada. Then you have some snow on the back end. This seems very familiar. It's like it's deja vu. We're experiencing something all over again. We have this cold front here, very cold air behind it, and this is exactly like Harold, but that second low pressure here that forms down south is a little bit further to the east. So now you have areas such as parts of interior New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia getting in on some of the fun. Then it moves into areas like Vermont that didn't see any snowfall from this last storm, and Maine. Then the GFS, and only the GFS that I've checked, has a nor'easter forming right off the coast of South Carolina, moving up the coast and potentially bringing some snow to some areas that didn't receive much from Winter Storm Gale, including parts of New Jersey, parts of Delaware, even into Maryland, Virginia, the more populated parts of North Carolina. And then it goes into the northeast, makes some landfalls in Long Island and Connecticut, 978 millibars. So if you live in those areas, if this happens, those are some significant winds. And I know you guys just had problems with winds, so buckle up. Winter's going to be pretty brutal if this continues to happen. But you can see there, some pretty decent snowfall totals will come from that. So if we go to the snow depth here, you can see if we go to the very end of this here. So you have this next system, brings in, 12 to 18 inches, pretty decent amount there. Following system, actually no, the continuation of that system, pretty good 6 to 10 inches in parts of interior New York. Then you have that nor'easter that could bring up to a foot of snow in areas of New Jersey, especially Philadelphia. Philadelphia, make sure to pay attention to this. If this happens, you're going to be getting hammered. New York, let's actually zoom in on the northeast here, because it's really hard to talk about these nor'easters without zooming in on the northeast, because those cities are so tightly packed together. So, we go into the nor'easter here. So, don't want a sounding. There we go. So, it's saying that Philadelphia could see close to a foot of snow. Philadelphia, you're right around here, that's 12 inches of snow. New York, it's showing about 9. Boston, 0. Washington, D.C., 3 inches. Then if we move, then you have like Albany, probably 7 inches. Areas of Maine, because down East Maine could see 1 to 3, maybe even closer to that. The further you get into the interior, the more snow you see. Then you have, I think the real wild card here is Long Island and Connecticut. Because this thing will be drawing in so much polar air, and especially since the storm in front of it brought in so much polar air, you're going to see some snow to start, and then switch over to rain. And now if there's any more snow on the back end, you will see this fill in. But if we go over to the European model, the European takes things in a little bit of a different direction. Let's go back to the national here. Alrighty. So, kind of has the same storm system. Let's actually go to the surface and precipitation. Alright, so you have that same little minor storm system in the northern tier. Then you have that snow in the Rockies that comes out. And it kind of has that rain snow line a little bit further south, but still some significant snowfall in the plains. Then it has that frontal boundary bringing some snowfall. It doesn't even have a low pressure forming to intensify this at all. Then it has a low pressure form right into Maine, bringing them a little bit more snow. Then it has a nor'easter forming way out here. So we have one model that has it bringing it right up the coast, one model that has it impacting Bermuda. So if we track a middle ground average of the two, you have a significant nor'easter here right along the coast. Doesn't make impact on the actual coastline, and that could bring some snow into here. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. That is well out. This is the 4th of January. We'll probably have more ideas of what's going to happen here once we start to see what happens with this system right in here. But I am very confident that this will probably happen here. Probably be named Winter Storm Ivy. And then we got to see, could we see the J Storm named? Just to let you guys know, the Weather Channel does include all the letters. I know that the National Weather Service doesn't include certain letters, but I think the average amount of winter storms per year is somewhere around like 14 to 16. Just looking from my past videos, I know that last year we kind of had a deficit in winter storms. But I think 14 to 16 is the number here. We've already had 8. And we're not even into January yet. So this might be a pretty extreme winter season in terms of winter storms being named. And we've already seen some pretty crazy things happen. Blizzards, 40 inches of snow. Definitely a crazy year, crazy end of the year. So with that, that's all I have for today. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.